Summer Game Fest 2026 just wrapped, and honestly, it was absolutely huge. Nearly 50 games announced across 2 hours. If you missed it, don't worry, I've got you covered with every single reveal. Let's start with the show opener. Capcom kicked things off with Resident Evil Veronica. This is not a remaster, not a port. It's a full remake of Code Veronica, built completely from the ground up. First-person perspective this time, similar to Resident Evil 7 and Village. Coming to PS5, Xbox Series X, PC, and surprisingly, Nintendo Switch 2 in 2027. And if that wasn't enough, Capcom, they also showed Monster Hunter Wilds Ascendance, a massive expansion coming 2027. New region to explore, new monsters to hunt, new abilities and weapons. If you're still playing Wilds, this is going to be huge. Next up, Studio MDHR surprised absolutely everyone with not one but 2 new Cuphead games. One is Mighty Cuphead Adventure, an 8-bit retro side-scroller that looks and feels like an old NES game. Completely different art style, but same Cuphead energy. The other is a full sequel we don't know much about yet. Sega brought the heat with Alien Isolation 2. The sequel we've been waiting years for. This time we're not stuck on a claustrophobic space station, the xenomorph is loose on an entire colony world. The environments look way more varied. Coming to PS5, Xbox Series X, PC, and Switch 2. Fumito Ueda, the legendary creator behind Shadow of the Colossus and ICO, showed more of Gen Atlas, previously known as Project Robot. This looks way more action-focused than his previous games. Still has that signature Ueda atmosphere but with much faster combat. Coming to Epic Games Store, PS5, and Xbox Series X. Bandai Namco revealed Gundam Rogue Orbit, and yeah, it looks a lot like Armored Core 6. Fast-paced mecha combat, huge explosions, customization. And I mean that as the highest compliment. Coming in 2027. Now let's talk fighting games because Summer Game Fest delivered. Virtua Fighter is finally back with Crossroads. A brand new entry in the classic Sega fighting series. It's been way too long. And Street Fighter 6 Year 4 DLC. They're adding Tifa Lockhart from Final Fantasy VII. You heard that right. Tifa in Street Fighter 6. That alone is going to bring people back. Speaking of Final Fantasy, Square Enix closed the show with Final Fantasy VII Revelation. Part 3 of the remake trilogy. And here's the biggest news, for the first time ever, it's launching simultaneously on all platforms. PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Nintendo Switch 2, and PC. No exclusivity window. Spring 2027. RGG Studio showed Stranger Than Heaven, a Yakuza and Like a Dragon prequel set across multiple decades of the 20th century. And somehow, they got Snoop Dogg and Tupac Shakur in it. I'm not joking. The internet is already losing its mind. January 15, 2027. Remedy Entertainment revealed Control Resonant, a follow-up to the 2019 hit Control. More psychic powers, more brutalist architecture, more of that weird Federal Bureau of Control energy. Jesse Faden is back. Guild Wars 3 was finally officially announced. After years of waiting and rumors, ArenaNet is bringing us the next chapter. No release date yet, but it's real and it's happening. Platinum Games is working on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin. Based on the Dark comic series. It looks dark. Like, mature rating dark. Not what you'd expect from a TMN game. Stellar Blade is getting a sequel, Blood Rain. New protagonist, continuing the story after the first game. Shift Up is clearly cooking something special. Attack on Titan 3 was announced, and for the first time, it'll adapt the entire storyline of the final season. Omega Force is developing. Sonic's 35th anniversary brought us Sonic Racing Crossroads, a new arcade racer, and Sonic Pico Park, a chaotic co-op game. More Sonic is always good Sonic. Ubisoft showed Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynthesized, a proper remaster of the pirate classic with updated visuals. Telltale Games surprised everyone, The Wolf Among Us 2 is still alive and coming in 2027. Plus a Wolf Among Us Remastered is coming holiday 2026. Star Wars fans got not one but two games. Star Wars Galactic Racer, a modern take on pod racing. And Star Wars Zero Company, an XCOM-style tactical game from the creators of XCOM. Among Us Story, On Guard, a narrative adventure in the Among Us universe. Coming to Steam. Mafia: The Old Country is getting a Man of Honor expansion on August 14th. Lords of the Fallen 2 was shown, darker, bigger, more punishing than the first. For horror fans, Saw Genesis, a brand new Saw game. And Dead by Daylight is celebrating its 10th anniversary with massive new content. HAL World hits version 1.0 with the full release. Hitman World of Assassination is getting a fantasy-themed expansion called The Wizard featuring Wiz Khalifa. And finally, 007 First Light. A James Bond origin story mission. Coming to all platforms. There were also some impressive indie games shown. Mortal Shell 2 has a beta live right now. Sand Raiders of Sophie is a Western sci-fi shooter that just launched. An extremely hard game is exactly what it sounds like, and it's coming July 24th. And Soulframe Preludes, the new game from the Warframe team, showed more of its fantasy world. Summer Game Fest 2026 was absolutely stacked from start to finish. Nearly 50 announcements, massive sequels, surprise returns, and some genuinely weird stuff like Snoop Dogg in a Yakuza game. Which game are you most excited for? Let me know in the comments. I've put the full list of every announcement in the description. Like and subscribe for more gaming news coverage.